Justin Bieber is crashing out. That is a narrative that is spreading like wildfire across social media after Justin has made some concerning posts on Instagram and recently lashed out at paparazzi.
Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Get out of here, bro. Okay. Get out of here, money. That's all you care about, money? That's all you care about, guys. It's money. You don't care about people. Only money.
And while crashing out is definitely an exaggeration, it's not entirely false that Bieber has been suffering from a 16-year-long cycle of toxic relationships, substance abuse, obsessive fans, the pressure to be a superstar, invasive paparazzi, all while dealing with the trauma and demons that come with being a child growing up in Hollywood. And while you would hope that his private relationships would give him a break from this never-ending nightmare, they seem to just make everything worse. Justin, his wife Hailey, and his ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez have been a part of this chaotic love triangle since they were children. They all have their own toxic tendencies, but these days everyone is recreating the Spider-Man meme trying to point the blame at someone else. The narrative that has been broadly accepted is that Hailey Bieber was an obsessive fan who stalked Justin since she was 12 years old, forced her way into his social circle, and stole him away from Selena. And despite marrying Justin and having a child with him, she obsesses over Selena and copies everything about her because Justin knows in his heart that Selena is his true love. And I'm not gonna lie, there's definitely some strange coincidences that we will discuss. However, a lot of false information has been put out there and is believed to be true. So today we're going to take a completely unbiased look into the toxic and complicated love triangle of Justin Bieber, Hailey Baldwin Bieber, and Selena Gomez. In October of 2009, just a few days after Justin released his second song ever, he performed at Rockefeller Center in New York City. 12-year-old Hailey Bieber was in the crowd, watching him perform for the first time. After the performance, Hailey's father Steven got them backstage where he introduced the two.
My name's Steve.
And the third song,
this is my daughter Hailey.
The third song is
we've been enjoying your music.
Hailey awkwardly shakes Justin's hand, seemingly nervous or entirely disinterested. As her father proceeds to make small talk with Justin for the next minute or so, someone asks Hailey if she would like to take a picture with Justin. She declined. Many have interpreted this clip as a die-hard fan who couldn't wait to meet her idol, but that seems like a bit of a stretch.
She did not want to be there. For the most young girls though back in the day, it was like, we want to see Justin Bieber tight, let's go. She was got there, her eyes were closed. She was like, nice to meet you. She didn't care at all.
Were you a believer?
No, to be honest, this is the truth. He was so new that I didn't really know a lot about him yet.
At the time, Justin had only released 2 singles, One Time, which just barely made it onto the Billboard Hot 100, and One Less Lonely Girl, which came out days earlier. It's entirely plausible that Hailey had heard of Justin Bieber, but hadn't yet formed a connection with him or his music. The reason they were able to get backstage was because Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, is an actor, most notable for his roles as McManus in The Usual Suspects, and co-starring alongside Pauly Shore in Biodome. Due to Hailey's family's connections, the Baldwins were invited to numerous red carpets for teen artist releases, including Demi Lovato, One Direction, Miley Cyrus, and Bruno Mars. She was interested in working in the entertainment industry and had an advantage over other aspiring talent. YouTuber Scandalous Media challenged the superfan stalker allegations by pointing out that Hailey's family was close with Justin's family, as here they can be seen bowling together, with Justin's mother and Hailey's father attending. There is no doubt that Hailey went from an average fan to a full-blown believer. After all, he was a teenage sensation, and girls fawning over him was just part of the job. Sadly, even grown adults could not keep their hands off the young boy, and for some reason, Hollywood did not see how he was being treated by adults as inappropriate.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Look at him, what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy. Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
This wasn't the last time Justin would be put in an extremely uncomfortable situation with an adult. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the 26-year-old host Shannon Murphy brought the conversation in a strange direction with 15-year-old Justin Bieber.
Has your mom given you a talk yet?
I mean, I really I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my
little
parents never gave me this talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me this talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know this stuff from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing, because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight?
Well, I thought I was picking you up.
Now, a 15-year-old saying something dumb like that should be expected, but apparently Justin could not keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt, and he kept saying, is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?
Oh my,
and he would
how old
grab
is
it
he?
harder and go, is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now? 15.
Wow.
Ridiculously cute. Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come sit with me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me. Do you know that?
I know I did. Is that not appropriate?
Justin was flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done back to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old should not have brought up the conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with the young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are, and he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room." He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin was simply beautiful. He gushed. His superpower was his face. The context of this article was written to make it seem like L.A. Reid was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't know that for sure. He was definitely right about Justin's star power, but how he came to that conclusion was worded a little strange. Even Diddy, who is currently incarcerated on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, showed love to Justin early on in his career. Right after his 15th birthday, Bieber spent 48 hours with Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go buck full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
Even before Diddy was accused of reprehensible crimes, he had a reputation for throwing extravagant sex parties, aka freak-offs, with other music industry figures. Why he was being so weird in this video is hopefully nothing more than a coincidence, because Diddy saying him and a 15-year-old boy were going to go, quote, buck crazy, in retrospect seems wildly inappropriate. 1 year later, Bieber seemed much less excited to be around Diddy.
I'm good. How are you? All right, young brother, everything's good? Everything's selling great. Out arenas and everything? Yeah. Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Justin was showing early signs of being negatively impacted by the child star curse. He was stripped of a normal childhood. Every mistake, awkward phase, or lapse in judgment was criticized on a massive scale. Although his fans made him filthy rich, his personal life was constantly being invaded by obsessed fans creating parasocial relationships with him. Bieber fever captured the hearts of millions of teenage girls, creating a level of hysteria reminiscent of past teenage idols. Fans would scream, cry, and even faint at the mere sight of him, which led to incidents where Beliebers trampled each other during stampedes, camped outside his hotels, and mobbed his vehicles and tour buses while blocking traffic. Combine that with the responsibility of maintaining his public image, while juggling a career where he was expected to work long hours and constantly perform at a high level, handling a demanding schedule that most adults would find exhausting. The worst aspect of fame is maintaining genuine relationships while being surrounded by people who may be using him for their own personal gain, which is why so many child stars naturally gravitate towards other child stars, because they are truly the only ones who can understand this chaotic and confusing life. Luckily for Justin, he was about to meet his perfect match, as he would connect with a young Selena Gomez and fall in love for the very first time. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is childhood reinvented. It's the same great taste that you remember, but upgraded with grown-up ingredients. It's high in protein, no sugar, and great for carb-conscious lifestyles. Magic Spoon's treats are crispy, crunchy, and airy without the chewy stickiness of a protein bar. It's the ideal protein on the go. Their treats have 11 to 12 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and 1 to 2 grams of net carbs. Their cereal has 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs in each serving, so you can feel good about what you're eating. Magic Spoon's cereal and treats are great for when I need a quick and easy boost of protein. Use my code PatrickCC or click the link in the description to try Magic Spoon cereal or treats today and get $5 off. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. So click the link in the description to go to magicspoon.com/PatrickCC or scan the QR code on the screen for $5 off. Selena Gomez grew up in the entertainment industry as well. She appeared on children's television since she was 10 years old. After capturing the attention of executives at Disney, she was offered a short-lived role as a rival pop star to Hannah Montana before booking the lead role of Alex Russo in the network series Wizards of Waverly Place. The series went on to become one of the Disney Channel's most popular and successful shows, launching Gomez into global superstardom. Now backed by the Disney machine, opportunities came flooding in as Gomez became a household name. She booked major roles in several films as well as signing with Hollywood Records, where she pumped out numerous songs that became chart-topping singles. As Miley Cyrus appeared tainted during her transition into adulthood, Gomez remained a beacon of hope for parents who wanted their children to have a role model star to look up to. In 2010, the average teenage girl bounced back and forth between watching Gomez on TV and listening to Bieber on their iPods. So when the pair was captured together in December of 2010, it felt like witnessing two ideal worlds collide. Even though Gomez initially denied their spark, describing Bieber as a little brother, it wouldn't take long for him to escape the friend zone as paparazzi caught them together on New Year's Eve in St. Lucia. The couple would make their red carpet debut at Vanity Fair's Oscars party, where fans gave them the nickname Jelena. As teenage girls recovered from the recent split between Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens, Justin and Selena seemed to be the perfect couple. As two of the biggest young stars of their generation, their romance was intensely followed, with millions of fans emotionally invested in their love story. One fan who was invested in the story was Hailey Baldwin. Hailey was captured attending the Never Say Never premiere. Her father even got her on the purple carpet where she took a photo with Bieber. Hailey also made numerous tweets expressing admiration for Justin and Selena's relationship. I'm for sure 100% Team Jelena. I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream. She is beyond flawless, and he's Bieber. They are the perfect relationship. The Baldwins were later invited to the Monte Carlo premiere, which was a movie that starred Selena Gomez. On the red carpet, an interviewer asked Hailey to take a picture with a magazine that featured Justin and Selena, but she took a picture with the magazine because Cody Simpson was on the cover, who had recently released a music video that Hailey starred in. People have since used this photo, as well as these tweets, to further paint Hailey as an obsessed fan who was stalking and following Justin. What strengthened the theory that Hailey was a stalker was this video that was posted by a Justin Bieber superfan named Dana. Dana ran a Bieber fan page on Twitter that Hailey regularly interacted with in the early 2010s. In the video, Dana leaked messages of her and Hailey talking about Bieber, but she conveniently did not have the message where she alleged that Hailey asked for Justin's hotel location.
Here you're gonna see where I wrote Satai 5th Ave. The DM that was right above that she sent to me is gone because she unsent it right away. But she said, what hotel is Justin staying at? Kylie and I want to know. If you look up Satai 5th Ave around February 2013, you will see that like he stays there. He stayed there 1,000,001 times.
Then YouTuber Internet Oddities took this as enough evidence that Haley followed and stalked Justin and Selena on their sushi date in California in 2012, as she was captured walking behind Bieber in this paparazzi video. However, with some light research done by YouTuber Scandalous Media, proved that the Hollywood Fix paparazzi video was taken 2 weeks before Justin and Selena's date, and it was in New York City, while the sushi date was in California. However, Justin was wearing the same exact jacket, so the Haley stalker narrative stuck. So was she tracking his location through Bieber fan accounts and then following him in real life? Or were their parents friends and she knew where he was at because they were friends and the public didn't know about her yet? Either way, there's no doubt that Haley had a strong adoration for Bieber, which wasn't weird for a girl her age. What is weird though is how many adult women felt comfortable coming onto Justin, some of them straight up bragging about him. Like when Leah Remini tried to get her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
I will squeeze your face. No, I will. No, squeeze your face.
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop. But that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans.
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him. But he stood his ground and chose not to give in to her manipulation. Even Katy Perry had to get herself a handful of Justin as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. It also may have changed the way Selena saw their relationship, because shortly after, media outlets reported that Selena dumped Justin due to crazy schedules and major trust issues, as Justin was frequently spending time with other girls despite having a girlfriend. As if it couldn't get any worse for Justin, 1 week later he experienced the most deplorable assault by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
I feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin Bieber couldn't say anything but the truth. "I feel violated right now." By this point, this was all too common for him. The craziest part is that Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. Maybe like cougar.
Jenny clearly enjoys this predatory behavior, as she described it as molestation and R-word. She thinks it's cute and quirky and even bragged about it on Twitter after. If the roles were reversed and this was grown men doing this to a young girl, then everyone would have rightfully deemed it as inappropriate. But because it was Justin Bieber, for some reason, everyone turned a blind eye. Just like many child stars, Justin turned to drugs. Every teenager experiments, but he was trying to cope with the dark reality of his life as a young star, which led to behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation. Justin shed his boy next door persona while transitioning into adulthood. He put on a noticeable amount of muscle, often going shirtless in public and on social media. While shirtless, fans noticed a drastic increase in tattoos, as Bieber began covering his arms, chest, and legs with ink. When Justin did wear clothes, he frequently wore baggy leather pants, oversized shirts, gold chains, and high-end sneakers. His sunglasses and backward snapbacks became a staple, adhering to the swag era in his quest to become pop culture's new bad boy. Behind the scenes, Bieber's substance abuse caused problems. Justin began showing up late to concerts, lashing out at photographers, trying to pick fights with them. He urinated in a restaurant's cleaning bucket. He repeatedly had his tour bus raided by police. Justin was out of control. In 2014, he spat in his neighbor's face after a heated argument, which started by Justin driving his Ferrari at over 100 miles per hour down the road. When his neighbor confronted him at his doorstep, Justin told him to get the F out of here before spitting in Jeff's face and saying, "I'm gonna effing kill you." A year later, he had another altercation with the same neighbor, which resulted in Justin throwing 24 eggs at his neighbor's house.
Assault, you bitch! I see you! I see you! Hey, you asshole! I got another one for you, actually.
Months later, Justin pleaded no contest to 1 count of misdemeanor vandalism for the incident. In exchange for the plea, he was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution to stay away from his former neighbor and the neighbor's family for 2 years. Spiraling even further, Justin was arrested for drag racing while heavily intoxicated, driving with an over 6 months expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. His mugshot depicting him smiling was concerning to fans. Police claim Bieber told authorities he consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and took prescription drugs. He and Khalil were locked up in a jail cell for 10 hours. Justin was later released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration did not take the petition seriously. Selena rarely spoke publicly about Justin, even cutting an interview short when his name was mentioned. Bieber, on the other hand, dedicated a large portion of his album Journals to her as the one who got away. He said, "I wrote the best music once my heart was broken. All That Matters was written when I was in a great place in my relationship, and at that time, she was all that mattered in my life." He added that he still loved Selena, but they were not in contact. While Journals didn't receive the same mainstream success as other albums in Bieber's discography, it has become a fan favorite, as Selena faced health challenges, including a lupus diagnosis and mental health struggles. Bieber continued enduring relentless media attention centered around his personal life. However, Justin and Selena seemingly reunited at Coachella in 2014 as photos of the couple together spread online. Media outlets reported that Jelena continued hanging out the week after Coachella as the pair attempted to mend their relationship. But despite Justin constantly professing his love for Selena, even when he got her back, he would do something to damage her trust. Selena found explicit text messages from Kylie Jenner on Justin's phone. Since Gomez and the Jenners were friends, Selena deleted their photos together and unfollowed Kendall and Kylie before unfollowing Justin as well. She later told TMZ she unfollowed the sisters because they were toxic and bad influences. This statement didn't sit well with Khloe Kardashian, who tweeted, "You want to play in the 20-year-old pool? Well, I'm still in my 20s and I'm better at this game than you. Don't F with my little sisters." Bieber continued hanging around the Jenners, grabbing dinner with Kendall before posting a picture at Floyd Mayweather's boxing event in Las Vegas with Kylie. After months of flaunting his newfound friendship with the Jenners, Bieber claimed he and Selena were back together in September of 2014. Later that month, they were seen fighting at the airport following a vacation together. Jelena flew to Paris for Fashion Week, but Justin stayed with Kendall as Selena left early. It seemed like no matter what they did to mend their relationship, it would quickly fall apart. Selena later tweeted, "We have to learn the hard way sometimes," followed by, "Sometimes we think we aren't good enough, but then I realize when I think I'm alone, I have God," before unfollowing Bieber. Justin's mother, Patty, made a cryptic tweet that read, "I know you love him, I know you need love, but #don't be a homewrecker," which was directed at Kendall, meaning Bieber's mother was seemingly taking Selena's side. And whenever Selena made attempts to move on, Justin would send out mixed signals. Justin posted, and quickly deleted, a throwback picture of him and Selena. Selena would then come out and state how she overreacted to Justin's dinner with Kendall in Paris, reconciling their relationship. However, it seems like Kendall was never the one who was trying to capture Bieber's heart. It was her friend, Hailey Baldwin. As we already established, Hailey was a fan of Justin, and she got connected with Kendall Jenner in 2012 at the Hunger Games premiere. Since the two were both models, they became really good friends. Kendall introduced Hailey to Justin, but hey, small world. They've known each other since Hailey was 12. In 2014, Justin and Kendall are seen hanging out together as Hailey spends more time with the pair and grows closer to Bieber. And this is where the narrative developed that Hailey Baldwin used her father's connections to meet Kendall and Kylie Jenner, then become friends with them only to get closer to Bieber. Selena reportedly crashed out over their rumored relationship, but Justin clarified that he and Hailey are good friends and that he's still super single. Then again, Justin and Hailey were getting closer to each other as they were spotted going out for dinner, with Hailey leaving his residence the next morning. Despite this, Bieber was adamant on staying single and that he was not romantically involved with Hailey. He was entertaining multiple women, with Hailey being one of them. During Coachella of 2015, Justin was accompanied by Kendall and Hailey, but he left the festival with model Josie Canseco. His constant disregard for Hailey's feelings was reaching a breaking point. She reportedly cried over the incident, while Kendall rightfully scolded Bieber over his behavior, calling him a douchebag. Over the next few months, Justin went back and forth between Selena and Hailey. When he wasn't proclaiming his love for his former flame, Justin was seen posted up with Hailey. One week he is seen kissing Selena and breaking down on stage at the VMAs after performing Where Are You Now and What Do You Mean, two songs he wrote about their relationship, and the next week he is seen leaving the club with Hailey, making them all trapped in this complicated love triangle. Despite Bieber's indecisiveness, neither woman had anything bad to say about him. Selena told Elle magazine that she will forever support him and love him. On the other hand, Hailey credited Bieber and Jesus for keeping her grounded during an interview with Page Six. This same interview saw Hailey open up about her connections with the Hillsong Church, detailing how she and Justin were very close with Pastor Carl Lentz and his wife Laura. They care about me as authoritative figures in my life, and I go to them with a lot of things and I ask for their advice. At this time, Hailey and Justin had flown to Australia to attend a special 5-day Hillsong conference. The church had reportedly helped Bieber clean up his bad boy image and would continue playing a substantial role in his life moving forward. Then again, shortly after, Bieber was caught with a model named Jade Pierce in Bora Bora, where images of him strutting across the villa without any clothes on were infamously leaked. Without saying it specifically, Justin confessed that all the women over the years have been distractions to help him get over Selena. He detailed how their breakup was really tough. I don't know if I'm over it yet. I think that I'm definitely in another place, and I think we've definitely went our separate ways. Bieber revealed that he wrote a song about Selena that did not make his album Purpose, titled If I Would Have Met You in 5 Years. She is someone I love dearly. I'm never going to stop loving her. I'm never going to stop checking in on her.
I mean, do you see yourself, do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think that could happen?
Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of history together, so I'm sure, it possibly could happen, but...
Yeah.
In November of 2015, the couple were spotted at a hotel bar where bystanders filmed him serenading her, singing Sorry and the Temptations' My Girl. A few days later, Hailey is noticeably distressed on her birthday as Justin and Selena leave the AMA's after party together, leaving Hailey stranded. The following day, Jelena spent more time together as Kendall Jenner sent Hailey custom cupcakes that read, F him. To complicate this even further, media reports surfaced about Bieber's fling with Kendall's older sister, Kourtney Kardashian, which had supposedly been going on for a while. Infuriated, Selena said in an interview with Rolling Stone regarding Bieber, "What I would love to be printed is that I'm so beyond done with talking about that. And him." After yet another falling out with Selena, Justin reverted back to his loyal girl. He vacationed with Hailey Baldwin before the pair spent another New Year's together, but Justin did not want to be loyal to Hailey. During the first half of 2016, Bieber is seen with Kourtney Kardashian, actress Nicola Peltz, influencer Chantel Jeffries, and models Alexandria Rodriguez, Sahara Ray, and Sophia Richie. In particular, his relationship with Richie seemed to stand out, regularly being seen together. On August 14th, 2016, Justin, acknowledging the increased negativity aimed at Sophia since they started hanging out, pleaded with his fans to stop the hate, stating, "This is getting out of hand. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to the people that I like." Bothered by Bieber flaunting his new friend, Selena commented on his Instagram, "If you can't handle the hate, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend, LOL. It should be special between you two only. Don't be mad at your fans. They love you. They were there for you before anyone." Justin replied, "It's funny to see people that used me for attention and still try to point the finger this way. Sad. All love. I'm not for anyone receiving hate. Hope you can be kind to my friends and each other. And yes, I love my Beliebers." Selena responded, mimicking Justin's original comment, "Funny how the ones that cheated multiple times are pointing the finger at the ones that were forgiving and supportive. No wonder fans are mad. Sad. All love." This interaction, paired with the ongoing hate towards Sophia, prompted Justin to deactivate his Instagram account. Selena abruptly canceled the remainder of her revival tour, citing anxiety and depression caused by her lupus diagnosis. This was the second time Gomez entered rehab in 2 years, the first being for her lupus diagnosis in 2014, and the second focusing more on her mental health. As Selena prioritized her own well-being, she developed a relationship with The Weeknd. Their relationship came 2 months after The Weeknd's breakup with his longtime girlfriend, Bella Hadid, whom he'd been dating for nearly 5 years up until this point. While this relationship caused conflict between Selena and Bella, it also caused issues between Justin and The Weeknd, as Bieber told TMZ that he believed Gomez was using Abel for promotion, as the pair were scheduled to work on music together. When later asked if he still listened to The Weeknd, Justin responded, "Hell no, I can't listen to a Weeknd song, that's shit whack." Haley also made her allegiance to Justin clear, posting a picture with The Weeknd's ex while throwing shade at Selena. She wrote, "Wait, sorry, who could possibly be cuter than Bella Hadid? Literally nobody." Despite allegations that their relationship was manufactured, Selena and Abel dated for several months. While the couple seemed happy together, Bieber drowned his sorrows with random models and plotted a way to get back his one true love. On October 24th, Justin and Selena seemingly hashed things out over at her home. Sources claim that The Weeknd was notified and is accepting of their newfound friendship. Their reunion must have been promising, as Justin and Selena got together again on October 29th for breakfast at a cafe. The pair spent the day together, attended a church service together before returning to Justin's home for the night. Media outlets reported that Selena's family is furious, citing Bieber as the reason she went to rehab. They said, "Justin is a vile human and will never be accepted by us. As long as she is even speaking to him in any way, it is not only disrespectful to everyone around her, it is disrespectful to herself." It seems that Justin was a bad influence on Selena, and this was the same day he and Selena were recorded allegedly buying drugs in a sketchy neighborhood.
You say hi to your fans though? I don't want you to do that. Huh? Alright. Hey, I got Justin Bieber here at the Swami though. Right here in my hood, homie. That's Justin Bieber for you guys. He's in Hollywood. The worst part of it too.
In retrospect, Justin was very open about his drug dependency, so the assumption that this was an attempted buy is not unrealistic.
It was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Selena, on the other hand, has never admitted to having a drug problem. The official narrative is that she went to rehab for lupus and depression, which fans think is a PR cover-up. But whether or not these two bonded over some sort of addiction could never be proven. However, in 2017, Jelena seemed to officially be back together. Media outlets report that Selena and The Weeknd broke up. Justin and Selena were infamously seen riding bikes together through Los Angeles, appearing as more than friends. The next day, Selena attended Justin's hockey game, trying to remain discreet while media outlets reported that they were officially dating again. When asked what brought Bieber back into her life in an interview with Billboard, Selena responded, "I'm 25. I'm not 18 or 19 or 20. I cherish people who have really impacted my life. So maybe before, it could have been forcing something that wasn't right, but that doesn't mean caring for someone ever goes away." However, several different factors got in the way of their relationship. Most importantly, how their reunion caused a rift between Gomez and her family. On December 19th, Selena's mother, Mandy, was voluntarily hospitalized due to stress over Jelena's reunion. It seemed like Selena's family knew something that the public didn't, and that clearly they were pretty toxic when they were together. The two were seemingly inseparable, and reports came out claiming that Justin is looking to marry Selena. Justin would get on one knee and propose to Selena right now if it was down to just him and how he feels, but it's not. So he's waiting until it's the right time, an insider told Hollywood Life. One of the biggest lessons Justin has learned from his and Selena's failed past relationships is to not be so selfish and to try and put Selena first, ahead of his own goals and desires. Selena's desire to take things slow halted any talks about marriage. Unfortunately, the couple reached a breaking point yet again, ending their relationship in March of 2018 as Selena reportedly reunited with her family. Whether it was a shared substance abuse problem, an inseparable bond that was created as young lovers, vicious jealousy, or likely a combination of all of these things, this relationship was obviously never going to work. And if you've been paying attention to this chaotic love triangle, it's pretty obvious what Justin does next. Cope with the end of his relationship by jumping back into the arms of Hailey Baldwin. But this time, things got much more serious. Justin proposed to Hailey Baldwin in July of 2018, just a few months after his breakup with Selena. And a few months after, he said he literally wanted to marry Selena. Justin and Hailey immediately went public with their engagement on social media. Was gonna wait a while to say anything, but word travels fast. Listen plain and simple. Hailey, I am so in love with everything about you. So committed to spending my life getting to know every single part of you, loving you patiently and kindly. Justin and Hailey got married 3 months later in September of 2018. Everyone was shocked. They saw Hailey as a fan who obsessively stalked Justin for a decade, infiltrated his social circle, picked up the baggage when Justin was broken by Selena, and now successfully got her golden goose. It seemed like the first time that a dedicated stalker completed the mission and got the ideal outcome. However, Justin said that they were family friends, and this was a long time coming.
I think because she was raised Christian, and I think they found out that, like, I think it was an arranged marriage, I'm pretty sure. I'm not... Looking back now, I'm like, it was definitely an arranged marriage. Like, they set this whole thing up.
Using the word arranged marriage stirred up more drama from the fandom, as Western society does not see arranged marriages as appropriate for young adults. However, it is totally normal for a family to want their sons and daughters to be with someone that they morally align with. It also helps that Justin has a pretty fat bank account. So the narrative kinda shifted from Hailey being a stalker who preyed on Justin to now her family essentially courting their relationship for a decade. It seemed like Bieber fans would run with whatever narrative to justify their disdain for Hailey and support for Selena, which got even more intense when Selena entered rehab for a third time following a meltdown at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. But yet again, the admission to rehab was not for drugs. Gomez's team said she was admitted due to an alarmingly low white blood cell count from her recent kidney transplant. TMZ said soon after she was admitted, she insisted on leaving, but doctors said she couldn't. She proceeded to have a meltdown and attempted to rip the IVs out of her arm. Selena would be transferred to an East Coast psychiatric facility to receive dialectal behavior therapy. This news seemingly caused Bieber to break down, postponing his wedding ceremony with Hailey 3 times. Fast forward to February of 2019, the Biebers are interviewed by Vogue where they were brutally honest about their marriage. Hailey called marriage very hard. Justin admitted, "It's been difficult for me to even trust Hailey. We've been working through some stuff." Hailey added, "Negative things happened that we still need to talk about and work through." Fizzled would not be the right word. It was more like a very dramatic excommunication. There was a period where if I walked into a room, he would walk out. Between the loving photos Hailey and Justin post on social media, people have noticed the obvious cracks in the Biebers' marriage. The couple has been caught on many occasions fighting in public.
What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
Justin often seems visibly upset when he is with her. Various articles have also cited issues in their relationship. It seems like each year, media reports surface suggesting the Biebers are one argument away from divorce, often painting them as scorned lovers rather than a regular married couple who occasionally encounter conflict, but it's blown out of proportion because they are super famous. I mean, think about it. Every time they step outside and he looks a little bit upset, he could be upset about literally anything in the world, but if he's with Hailey, then the narrative is that they're fighting and that they're gonna divorce. Because Justin and Selena were introduced to their audience during a pivotal stage in their development, their relationship has been overly romanticized. The one-sided nature of parasocial relationships lead to fans feeling a sense of ownership over Justin and Selena's personal choices. This emotional attachment can be dangerous and lead to resistance or even hostility when either individual chooses a different path. Normally, the new partner, which is Hailey Bieber, can become a target of unfair criticism or harassment. People who were deeply attached to the idea of Jelena project their disappointment onto the new relationship, accusing Hailey of being a replacement or blaming her for Justin and Selena breaking up. And just when it seemed like we could chalk up all this chaos to fans being overtly parasocial, Hailey started behaving in a way that genuinely makes an unbiased person start questioning her intentions. Bieber fans noticed that Hailey seemed to copy Selena often, starting with her outfits, where she would seemingly seek out or wear the exact same dresses, shirts, or accessories that Selena wore in the past. Some people even pointed out various facial expressions that Hailey made in photos similar to Selena. Obviously, one singular person does not and cannot own a pose or facial expression. They're too broad, too common, and too naturally occurring to be owned by an individual. Most celebrities also work closely with stylists who source clothing from top designers. For major events like red carpets and award shows, celebrities are often dressed by fashion designers or their teams as part of a collaborative relationship. It's highly unlikely that either Selena or Hailey pick their outfits themselves, and when you are as high profile as these two, you probably all work with the same people. And to help prove that point, you can see instances where Selena was the one who wore strikingly similar outfits to Hailey years, months, or weeks after Hailey wore them first. Things do get a little bit weirder when you notice that Hailey started a cooking show 2 years after Selena released her own cooking show called Selena Plus Chef. Hailey even started the show off the exact same way as Selena and even invited her Nana on to introduce the dishes just like Selena.
So Nana, what do we call this? Cheesy tortilla chip casserole.
And Nana, what are we making today?
Pão de queijo.
Pão de queijo.
This is my real home. Everything that we're doing is at home.
We actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house. This is not a set. This is where I really live.
The coincidences kept on stacking up. In 2015, Selena got a G tattoo behind her ear as a tribute to her younger sister Gracie. 12 days later, Hailey received a G tattoo behind her. Hailey's tattoo was an homage to her pastor Chad Veach's daughter, Georgia, who battled cancer. Dozens of celebrities close to the family, including Justin, got G tattoos in honor of Georgia. Fitness trainer Julia Zingaro received the same tattoo as Hailey's, which doesn't have the same font, location, or size as Selena's. In actuality, Selena has several tattoos that could be perceived as her copying Hailey due to their style, placement, and the fact that she received them after Hailey. Perhaps one of the weirdest instances was Hailey responding to interview questions in nearly an identical way as Selena.
I realized that everybody else seemed to be narrating my life for me.
Yes.
So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?
I realized that I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
That was one of the moments where I was like, I don't have to be that 19-year-old body shape anymore because I'm not.
That's the other thing too that I think I'm learning is I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 24 now. I feel like my body has changed the most even this last year.
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you? And I said I wanted it to be my heart.
People didn't really know me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know Hailey for Hailey. And I just always had this constant battle where I was saying, I wish people just knew my heart.
Then again, some fans have pointed out that Selena might be the one who is actually obsessed with Hailey and Justin. In the past, she has referred to herself as the crazy ex-girlfriend.
You'll be fine. Every one of my exes thinks I'm crazy, so I don't care.
For years, Selena has been known to comment on several anti-Bieber and specifically anti-Hailey TikTok videos, which only fueled this narrative. She would interact with hate accounts that were calling Hailey a duck while commenting hearts on anyone who hates on the Biebers. Here are just a few examples, and you can see more in my deep dive on her TikTok feud with Hailey.
Immediately after Justin and Hailey got married, Selena released a song called Lose You to Love Me, which mentioned her past relationship with Justin as she sang, "In 2 months you replaced us," before telling Zach Sang that she wanted Bieber to listen to the song. Less than a month later, Selena liked a throwback photo of them posted by a fan account. She later followed Hailey's friend and actor Moises Arias before liking a post on his page of Bieber shirtless. In 2022, Selena made the theme for her birthday a solo wedding party, hiring the same Canadian photographer from the Bieber's wedding in 2019. Similar to Hailey, Selena has also posted content using similar hand gestures and song choices. Nonetheless, both fan bases are curating circumstance evidence to fit certain narratives. However, what is less excusable is Selena's frequent interactions with social media posts regarding Justin and Hailey. These interactions prove that she is helping fuel the drama. And in the midst of all this drama, all these mixed signals, all this toxicity from his ex, his wife, and his fanbase, Justin seems to frequently have moments where he can't take it anymore and begins to publicly publicly spiral. In the past, Bieber has spoken openly about his drug addiction, noting how he began smoking marijuana when he was 12 or 13. Soon, Justin moved on to pretty heavy drugs, explaining how his dependency on weed developed into him experimenting with everything from alcohol to lean to pills to MDMA and psychedelic shrooms. He recalled, "My security and staff would come into my room at night to check my pulse. People don't know how serious it got. It was legit crazy scary. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing was popping pills, smoking a blunt, starting my day. It just got scary." In an Instagram post, Justin detailed his ongoing battle with mental health, writing, "It's hard to get out of bed in the morning with the right attitude when you are overwhelmed with your life, your past, job, responsibilities, emotions, your family, finances, your relationships. He viewed the world through a lens of dread, often anticipating misery." Bieber continued, "Sometimes it can even get to the point where you don't even want to live anymore, where you feel like it's never going to change. I can fully sympathize with you. I could not change my mindset." He detailed how child stars usually go downhill due to the intense pressure and responsibility put on a child whose brain, emotions, frontal lobes, decision-making aren't developed yet. When you add the pressure of stardom, it does something to you that is quite unexplainable. I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry. I became distant to everyone who loved me, and I was hiding behind a shell of a person that I had became. It's taken me years to bounce back from all these terrible decisions, fix broken relationships, and change relationship habits. Luckily, God blessed me with extraordinary people who love me for me. Now I am navigating the best season of my life, marriage, which is an amazing, crazy new responsibility. Marriage seemed to have a positive impact on Bieber. He appeared healthy and rediscovered his drive, producing back-to-back albums where his vocals had drastically matured. However, when it seemed like Justin was ready to reintroduce himself to the world, he announced that he had been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome type 2, which caused half his face to be paralyzed.
Hey everyone, Justin here. I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. As you can probably see from my face, I have this syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and it is from this virus attacks the nerve in my ear and my facial nerves and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. So for those who are frustrated by my cancellations of the next shows, I'm just physically, obviously not capable of doing them. This is pretty serious, as you can see.
He subsequently canceled the remainder of his Justice World Tour. However, what was meant to be a quick hiatus turned into a full-blown hibernation, as Bieber has largely disappeared from the limelight. He was able to get a taste of normalcy, where him and his wife Hailey were blessed with their first child. Despite this, Justin has seemingly fallen off the rails, appearing disheveled, as believers have grown increasingly worried for his well-being. Various media reports have surfaced hinting at a pending divorce, as Justin's behavior has allegedly pushed Hailey to the point of no return. On Instagram, the Biebers have been caught unfollowing one another, having to come out and explain that it was just a glitch and that their marriage was perfectly fine. On Instagram, Justin's page has become a strange void of sadness, posting a flurry of weird or depressing photos with little meaning or explanation behind them. Recently, he posted a video that went viral of him rapping incoherently over a terrible beat.
You just a little bitty bitch for sure. You just a little bitty bitch. You just a little bitty bitch for sure. I've been the shit.
The narrative that he was crashing out was spreading like wildfire, and his behavior was just fueling that narrative.
Money, 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 money. Money, get out of here, bro. Money. All you want, don't care about you. All you want is money. Go, get out of here. All you guys want is money. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Get out of here, bro. Okay. Get out of here, money. That's all you care about, money? That's all you care about, guys. It's money. You don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go.
After Selena posted that she was getting engaged to her boyfriend Benny Blanco, Justin posted on his Instagram story mocking her. And while crashing out seems to be an over-exaggerated statement for likes, at this point, would you really be surprised if this guy is fed up with all the drama and trauma he has been dealing with for the past 16 years? While everyone wishes this situation could be easily blamed on one person, the triangle of Justin, Haley, and Selena all seem to bring their own toxic traits to the table. Some fans will forever ship Justin and Selena. Some fans see Selena as toxic and constantly playing the victim. Some fans see Haley as a creepy stalker. And some might even think that Justin is the problem, as he has treated both of these women unfairly over the years. It is a bit sad knowing all three of them still partake in the drama, since now the Biebers have a child and Selena is engaged, but at the same time, fans deep diving into their social lives is beneficial to them, as fueling public interest into their every move and social media post will ultimately lead to concert ticket sales, streams, album sales, beauty product purchases, film opportunities, etc. So it's unlikely that anyone will change their behavior. As long as you are paying attention, they are making money. So it won't be long before another viral tweet, or a YouTube video, or Bieber lashing out at paparazzi, or someone throwing shade in an interview, or some fan digs up another piece of evidence that fuels a narrative, and everyone is pointing fingers at who to blame for this mess, when in reality, they're all equally to blame.